So I'm going to go through instructionally the PowerPoint for Mise en place. So this part of the Mise en place unit is going to cover the overview and the concept so that you understand Mise. We will go into some specific tasks associated with Mise en place in a different presentation. So the first thing is the translation. So Mise en place is to put in place or everything in its place. That is the translation. But the definition I like is to be mentally and physically prepared to do a task. And in this case, we're talking about cooking. But this is really important in all aspects of life. So mise en place solves two problems when you're cooking. This helps plan and prepare before the service of the food so that everything runs smoothly. This ensures that food items are also made at the proper time. There's a term in the restaurant industry called in the weeds. And in the weeds literally means you are so overwhelmed with tasks that you just feel like you're drowning and you can't catch up. And more orders are coming in and you don't even know where you're at. And that situation can make you very flustered and can make you very frustrated quickly. So the more that you are mise en place, the more that you are mentally and physically prepared beforehand to do your task, the better everything is going to run. So this really has a chef consider your work patterns, your ingredients, your lists, and your tools and equipment needed. So you want to sit down before service and look at your recipes, look at something before you begin to prepare it. What do you need? Get out your items. Let's prepare your items. Let's make sure that we have everything handy so that we don't have to go back and forth to the refrigerator a whole lot of times, and you can stand in one place and everything you need is right there and handy. So look at each ingredient and equipment, get them out, write a timeline. This does become mental as you learn, and particularly in a culinary industry in which you make something on a regular basis. But there's still generally some type of list that is included in that. Make sure you sanitize yourself and your station. That is extremely important before you even begin to handle things. Really, I should put that up there as number one. Assemble your station. Get everything ready, everything together. Your ingredients are laid out, your tools are laid out. Perform any advanced preparation. So does your recipe call for you to parboil or preheat or cut things? If the recipe says julienned carrots, then that needs to be done before you begin the cooking process. So this is going to make sure that you are working quickly and that you're also providing high quality food because you've got everything ready and everything handy. It's also important to clean as you go. Put away ingredients, put away the tools that are used. At the end, what can you improve on? A good chef and somebody that's good at anything in life, they always think about and evaluate what could they have done to be better or more efficient. So here's another little visual to kind of lay it out there. So reading those directions, sanitizing, setting up your station. These are the things that you're going to need. Dishwashing for mise en place. So I have included a link in this PowerPoint to this video that I made. I know I didn't hold the phone right, so I got better at making videos. This was one of my first instructional videos. But this just kind of outlines the cleaning as you go technique. So this is very different than letting dishes pile up and doing a whole bunch of dishes using 6 bowls when really you could have just used one and given it a quick wash in between uses. So this will really help keep you focused, help keep your station clean, and then at the end, you don't have a bunch of dishes. So this is not dishwashing a pile of dishes. This is how to dishwash kind of as they go. So this is just the way I do it. I found it to be easier, and so mise en place and the importance to a chef. Pretty much everybody that I know that works in the culinary industry as a professional, they have these words tattooed on their body. It's that important. It's not just a thing that you do. This is a way of life. This is a way of being successful or not successful. And in reality, you can think about that in terms of other things in life. So here's the review here. So making sure that you understand your recipe, you're sanitized, you're keeping yourself sanitized, everything's organized, everything's prepared, everything's prepped before cooking, everything is restocked and reorganized when it's done, continued hand washing and station sanitizing. It's extremely important. It doesn't matter if the complexity of the recipe or ingredients, using mise en place, careful planning, efficient organization, this is going to make you successful in the culinary realm. This is also going to make you successful in life. I often have my students think about what is the difference or what are the characteristics between a good student, someone who makes good grades, and someone who does not. So what are some things that a good student does to make sure that they are prepared for class? What do they do before class? What do they do during class? And what do they do after class to make sure that everything in their mental and their physical world is ready to be the best student that they can? As a seamstress, when I sew, before I sit down and start working on a project, I get my tools together, my pattern together, I make sure that my machine is oiled and it's ready to go, because that's going to make me less flustered. It's going to make everything run more smoothly. And this is true with every single thing that you do.